an interesting alternative question would be the probability that the offspring looks as dark eyes and dark fur, so it's phenotype capital D, and that would be the lower two possibilities here. This one is probability 1/2, and this one is probability 1/4. So I'll actually put those probabilities there. Yeah. So the two lower possibilities there together would have a probability of 3/4, but that's a different question. Problem 14. This gets actually into really interesting territory. This is where it actually becomes useful. So, 12 offspring, all of them look nice and green. So they're phenotype D. That means genotype is either capital E, or capital E, lowercase d. Let me write that down. So, we want to use this to decide what genotype the parents are. And this is the interesting bit. In the 19th century, they couldn't use electron microscope and didn't have polymerase chain reaction, the PCR testing. All this fancy molecular biology did not exist. But they could do this simple crossbreeding to find out the genotype of the parents without looking inside the cells with the statistical testing here. That's the idea of the question. So if you get any offspring which is a lowercase d, then you automatically know that none of the parents can be capital D. They're not purebred capital D plants. They are mixed heritage. But the interesting case is when all 12 are actually the phenotype D. So they're either this or that. How unlikely is that if at least one of the parents had the genotype D, capital E, lowercase d? So let's have a null hypothesis that both parents are this mixed genotype. Under that null hypothesis, we should be getting the phenotype capital D plants with success probability 0.75. So the lowercase p is 0.75. And we got 12 out of 12. So that's our probability for 12 out of 12. Why is there a 5 in there? I think I need to change that. That doesn't make sense. there should be P of K equal to 12. That's what the binomial probability tells me, and there's 3% chance of that happening, so it's very unlikely, and therefore we would say we don't believe that null hypothesis. We do not believe that both parents are the mixed genotype up here. So at least one of them would be the capital D to produce this many phenotype capital D offspring. Strong evidence. And then if you know that one parent actually was the mixed genotype, because the parent has at some point produced the phenotype lowercase d offspring, then you could be sure that the unknown parent is the capital D one, at least with this statistical proof, with this near certainty. Okay, so you really have as close to a proof as you can get without looking into the cell what the genotype of this one parent is. If you have one reference parent where you know that it's mixed heritage, the capital D, lowercase d. When I'm saying mixed heritage, it may sound a little awkward, right? Because we all know that this has been applied to humans at some point, and it is definitely not just scary, but downright criminal, and has been used for justifying terrible eugenics and so on. But we're just talking about peas and trying to get green, sweet, brown peas. Can't object to that, so we'll stick to that. Okay, so there's 3 problems remaining, but well, I did write a fair bit about them. I think I'll produce some clips about those and post them to Canvas for your enjoyment. Less than 10 minutes each. And you ask me questions via email. I'll read email. And then we'll meet again on Monday for that exam. So upload the exam to Canvas. There will be an email to everybody with the exam paper, the questions. So you look for that at 10 a.m. on the Monday. Everybody gets 75 minutes. What else is there to say? You upload the pictures or typed stuff into Canvas. Please don't email to me unless it's an emergency. I'll send out another reminder email, at least one, with instructions. Other than that, we're done for this one. I'll be back for office hour at around 1. So, bye for now. Last minute questions? Here's a question, chat question. Would the exam be a document? Great question. For long answer problems, submit a picture, or you could also type directly into Canvas if the answer is short enough and doesn't have complicated math in it. That's quite possible. And this happens, and you can just type into Canvas like in a chat. You type the probability is 1/2. Use the fractions like 3/4. That might be possible. Or the long answer questions, but there'll be multiple choice problems. I was thinking same format as last time. I am feeling uneasy about multiple choice with a big weight. So I'd prefer more and easier questions. Still thinking about it. Then the long answer questions would be multi-part. Each part points or so. You can experiment. And yes, there it will be like a quiz with multiple choice parts. So, like the reading assignment. Except with multiple choice. All right. I'll see you. Bye for now. Take care. Stay safe.